Hey everybody, Diane Haggerty, Grassroots Taxes again, coming to you on March 27th, the day the House voted on the Senate package and has passed a law signed by Donald Trump. So let's start with the most important thing that everybody is asking me today. I am flooded with text messages and Facebook messages and questions on who gets a check and how do I get my check and when do I get my check. So this is always that free government money thing I'm talking about. Well, it's kind of free government money, but we'll see. Okay, so who gets a check? Anybody with a social security number. There is not a limitation on you had to have worked or filed a tax return. If you have a social security number, you are eligible to receive a stimulus check. If you make less than $75,000, if you are single, or $150 if you are married, you are eligible to get a check. If you make more than that, there is a phase-out period, and eventually you will make too much money to get a stimulus check. Who doesn't get a check is anybody who's a dependent. So there's a lot of dependents, like college students, young people, 17 to 24 years old, that will not get a check. So if you're 17 to 24 years old and you are claimed as a dependent on your parents' tax return, you will not get a check. You will get nothing. Your parents, however, will get a $500 check if you are their qualifying child, which means you have to be under the age of 17. Now, how does the IRS know when you turn 17? Well, they may not know. They might send you a check for somebody who's already 17, and guess what? At the end of the year, you're going to have to pay that back. So be aware. You will be qualifying for it as an advance on a refundable tax credit. For anybody that remembers 2008, they're doing exactly the same thing as in 2008. You are issued a check. If you didn't get a check and you qualified to get a check when you file your taxes next year, if you file a tax return next year, even if the only reason to file a tax return is to get your refund, you can do that next spring on your 2020 taxes. How are they going to get you your money? If you file a tax return with direct deposit, they will try to deposit it in that same account if it is still open and still active. If it comes back as closed or inactive, they will mail you a check. Shortly after your check is mailed, they'll send you a letter saying, we sent you a check, we direct deposited your money or whatever, and if that is incorrect, you'll be able to contact the Treasury Service to get that reissued. So how do they have that information? Well, if you filed a 2018 or 2019 tax return, they have your direct deposit information. They also have it if you get a Social Security check or a Veterans Benefit check. So if you haven't filed your 2018 or 2019 taxes yet, possibly you should do that now so they have your direct deposit information. I'm going to get you more information as the IRS makes it possible. They have to make the rules. This is just signed into law today, so the IRS is going to take a week or two before they get all their procedures down. It takes a while. I'll be updating you as soon as the website's up. As soon as I know anything, I'll let you know. But everybody is getting a check if you have a social security number, and it will be out. They're looking at 3 weeks is what they're hoping. So I'll let you know as soon as I know. Stay well, stay home. I got your back. And remember, please share my videos with your friends. Watch my next videos. I've got some really important information coming up for regular people today, so please watch my other videos. They're going to be right here next to me. Have a great night.